Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Benicia, but you can call me BJ. And as indicated in the title, I am going to be talking about my new vlog camera, which is the Sony ZV-1F. So right out the bat, I'm going to say that I actually purchased this camera a couple of months ago and then I returned it. We are going to talk about that a little bit and the reason I repurchased it. So let's get right into it. As you guys can see on my profile, I've been on YouTube for a long time, but I've never really took it as seriously as I've been wanting to. And for the past couple of years, even with me being a photographer, I didn't put much effort into my videos. I've tried different things over the years, but I really didn't put the time and the effort to get things like they really needed to be. And one of them was not just upgrading my camera, but upgrading my lighting equipment, because as a photographer, lighting is pretty much the most important part of this stuff. The lighting, the aesthetic, obviously the camera and the video quality and the lens, you know, all of those things play a factor into amazing videos. And I'm still not there yet, but I did want to step my game up, so to speak, and take it a little bit more seriously, right? So one of the things that I did, I want to say back in December of 2023, I started shopping for a new camera. And being a photographer, I've got cameras, you know, but I didn't have the type of camera that I needed for this job. So the best camera is always the one that you have, the one that's in your hand, the one that's in your pocket. And that means there's never an excuse to not record, not take photographs. But again, I wanted to step my game up a little bit. So put this baby aside and realized that that's going to be for my photography, not for my videos, right? Some of the options that I was looking at was the Canon R50, which is what I'm shooting on now. I am a Canon girl when it comes to photography. I love Canon. I do. Yeah. So I'm shooting on a Canon R50 now, but also I did consider the Sony ZV-1F. I not only considered it, but I went so far as even purchasing it. But while I was waiting for it to be delivered, I kept doing my research and I ultimately ended up with the Canon R50. Received the Canon R50 and I really fell in love with the camera. I mean, it's so small and lightweight and compact, and even though it uses the R lens mount, the lenses are interchangeable, so I can, you know, switch out lenses. I could get an EF adapter and use my current lenses, or, you know, I can just start getting Canon R mirrorless lenses. I like the features of the Canon menu system. I'm already largely familiar with that. I mean, there are so many things that I really like about this camera, and in addition to that, I could use it as my backup body to my main photography camera, right? And if you're not a photographer, you're probably thinking, what's this girl rambling about? But stay with me. One of the things when I'm shooting photography for my clients and everything, I like to shoot with a full frame camera, and this is a crop sensor camera, but that's okay. You know, I know how to still work with it. So I said, you know, as far as a backup body, this would be great. And when I travel, you know, I love the Canon R50, fell in love with it. Coming up on a trip, I was in LA a couple of weeks ago for my 9-to-5, and I took my R50 with me, but I did not want to actually take it out, so I left it in the hotel room the entire time. I did not take my camera out of the hotel room. One, because even though it's small, it still kind of takes up more room than I would have liked to give up because the extruding lens, and don't get me wrong, I'm using the kit lens that's a 18-45 and it's very compact. It's very compact, but still, I did not want to risk damaging the camera by just chunking it in my bag. So I left it in the hotel room the entire time, right? So actually going on a little weekend trip for pleasure, not for work. And I want to vlog. I want to have a camera with me, not just for pointing and shooting. Again, I'm trying to take this video stuff a little bit more seriously in 2024, right? So I got this. I went back and got the ZV-1F again, because the first time, once I got the R50, I fell in love with it. I sent it back, the ZV-1F back. I don't think I even opened it. Well, no, I did open it, but I didn't even take everything out the package. I didn't turn it on or anything because I decided I was gonna go with the R50. So here we are. We have the camera again. Look, there's a little something on the box. They probably sent me the same one I already had. But no, just kidding. Oh, I ordered white because I wanted the aesthetic to match all of my other accessories. But I ordered it again, and we're going to see if this is going to be a good contender for vlogging. What I envision is I would continue to use my R50 for backup photography, for talking head videos, but I'm thinking the ZV-1F is going to be good for taking out in the field, out in the wild. So let's go ahead and open it. I'm not gonna do the top down stuff. I ain't got time for that right now because your girl got a lot on her plate. So this ZV-1F, let's see what is in the box. Instructions, disclaimer, a little packet. Let's see what's in the little packet. Oh, dead cat. No, that's not what it's for. I'm gonna set this to the side. You have a USB-C charger with the regular USB on the other end. And you have a battery. Oh, look at here. The battery is so tiny, which is actually cool. This battery is so tiny. And for the star of the show, let's go ahead and voila. Okay. Oh, cutie patootie. Cutie patootie. So, first impressions, I like it because it's small and compact, but it doesn't feel so compact that it feels like just lightweight. Like it still has some weight to it. It feels still a little bit heavy, still a little bit substantial, and I like that. I love my Canon R50. Again, I'm filming on that. I might do a side-by-side comparison later, but the thing about the R50 is it's really light. It is really, to me, it even feels lighter than this, even though dimension-wise it's bigger. But this one feels very light. Now, it does have a cold shoe mount, so that means it's not going to send any data from the mount to whatever you connect to it. But just to kind of give you an example of what I'm going to be doing here, like this, for example, is just a LED light, and I have a little adapter to attach it to a mount, a cold shoe mount. So what I can do is actually just take this same LED light that I already have and use this. So anyway, that's that. Let's go ahead and pop the battery. I don't have an SD card with me right now, so we might not actually, we're going to be limited in what we do right now. Next thing that I'm going to say is the lens is fixed. So this is a 20mm prime lens. I guess depending on personal preference, that's going to tell you whether that's a good thing or not. For me, it's a good thing because I prefer primes over zoom lenses, okay? I just do. It's just my preference. I mean, even with my photography camera, I'm going to be shooting with the 85mm prime because I like prime lenses. There's nothing inherently wrong with zoom lenses, and In theory, they're great, they're perfect, but I just feel like I get a sharper, a cleaner image with a prime lens. And just me being a little old school, I like to get my crops right in camera. I don't like to start zooming. For me, I feel like I mess up the quality of the image when I start doing that. So that being said, it's not a deal breaker for me that this camera only has a 20mm fixed lens. Again, I'm old school, so that means if I've got to move my feet to get my composition correctly, if I have to move my feet to get my crop and my composition correctly, that's what I'm gonna do. So no problems with the 20mm fixed lens. The menu system on the Sony, it will take a little bit of getting used to, but guys, I think it's so cute so far. What I'm gonna do is grab one of my little selfie sticks. Okay, so I grabbed one of my selfie sticks, and you can see the selfie stick is white, which is again why I wanted the white version of this camera. Yeah, but so while I'm connecting this, the other thing that I want to say is the tripod mount being off to the side versus in the center. But I'm actually okay with that because guess what? It does not block the battery and the SD door. So I think it's going to be okay to have that tripod mount off to the side. So this camera is setting up and it's in another language such as French or something that I do not speak. Parlez-vous français? That's about all I can say. Oh no, I also know something else in French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? How did I do? Here we go. And the reason I wanted to grab this and show you guys this is because I thought about getting Sony's grip / tripod mount, whatever the electronic thing that comes with it, but I didn't think I really needed to incur that expense right now, so I just passed on it, and I'm gonna be old school and use my hand. But with that being said, oh Lord, it's in French and it's telling me to connect my smartphone. Let me see if I can do that right quick. Scan this, do that. Look, I just want the thing to come on so I can do this and do that. Look, that might have to be for part 2. I would go ahead and make it one long video, but I don't like to do a lot of long videos. But this is what we're working with so far. It might be okay. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go and test this a little bit. And oh, that's why I had it in French. Okay, you know what? No, we're gonna go on and do this because it's telling me to connect in Bluetooth, and I can do it right now, and maybe that'll help somebody else to see how easy it is. So if it takes us a minute or so, great. If it takes us 10 minutes, that might be a sign this ain't what you want. Okay, there it is. So, okay. So I don't have an SD card. I'm not actually recording, but from what I can tell, let's see. Oh, the 20mm, that's gonna be great because I'm pleased with the focal length here. Again, I have this set up with my 18 to 45mm. I have it about on 24mm, and since this is a crop sensor, that means it's actually I want to say like 35. Let's see, the multiplier is 1.6, so 24 times 1.6. So really I'm at like a 38.4. I'm at like a 38mm, and this is what you see. But here is, we're at a fixed 20%, and there's a lot more that I can see in my ZV-1F. Now, what I will say is my preliminary thoughts, and this is me this is based off of me looking at everything in the viewfinder, is I like the color profile of the Canon better. A lot of people tend to like the color profile that's set up automatically in the Sonys, and that's something I'll have to play around with. I think with a little playing around we can get them similar, but just my initial thoughts, I like, you know, what I'm seeing on Canon. And I'm not being biased just because I'm a Canon lover. I just really like the extra little warmth that I'm getting. That may very well be me needing to adjust the white balance and everything, but we'll see. But again, my initial thoughts is this baby's gonna have a purpose in my life, in my arsenal, and I'm hoping to be able to use it in Florida. I could not imagine taking my R50 to Florida and damaging it or dropping it, and you know, I hope I end up feeling the same way about my ZV-1, because I hope to fall in love with it and start producing some great content with them both. I hope they both have a job or a place in my arsenal. But enough about me and my cameras, my obsession for cameras. Let me know what you guys think. Do you own the R50? Do you own the ZV-F1? Are you in the market for either one of them? Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear it. And again, when I get around to it, I think I'm gonna do a comparison of them both. That's it for now, guys. Before you go out, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can continue to see more content from me. And until next time, later.